with you being in the thick of it though, Key, what do you think it was about that time that caused everybody to go out legends?
Man, I think because the culture that's built in Houston, we so attached to ourselves, you know, as far as drinking and haircuts and look and swag and you know, we wasn't the people who went out and tried to, we're gonna bring Dayton's to the city, or we're gonna, even from hairstyle, we're gonna bring, it's always been about us. So these people that's legendary, they legendary from what they put into the culture and the things that, man, that run from 95 to 2000 is a very important of Houston part of culture because it built how we look, how we sound, how we talk, the lingo. And most of these people that stars, they stars from a different part of that, whether it's their lingo, they swag. When you talking about a Fat Pat was a very, you know what I'm saying, he real flamboyant. You know what I'm saying? And he made being big cool and a lot of his talk, and me and him, we battled. We had friendly battles, but it shaped the culture of the city. So that's how a lot of people became legends. Legend City. I hear people like, man, it's not about the sales. It's about what we did for that culture, because these people still living off that culture right now.
And people should understand, though. That's the other thing. I don't even want to hear nothing about somebody some what make. Nigga, you should understand what the hell's going on around here, man. Come on.
They don't sometimes.
When it's time for the Southside, though, man, you've been freestyling going crazy, then you drop this single. And that thing goes nationwide, too. What was that like when you had everybody doing the Southside? And then what was it that made you bring the dance to the game, too?
Man, I'm not a dancer. Let's get this understood. I make sure that I surprise. I'm not a dancer. Man, listen, we used to just be kind of joking around and tripping and talking about Southside and shocking around. This was the thing. Now, Southside was crazy because, like you say, it's well documented. The Southside and Northside Houston, we didn't get along. We didn't like each other. We didn't have. So Southside, it wasn't accepted at first as far as radio standpoint. It was real controversial. The dance is what kind of gave it the legs to go. And that kind of was just, man, Southside, it got 2 or 3 different versions. We have a version that even had a dancing part in it. When I came home from doing a little time, I made Southside. It didn't even have a dance in there. It was a whole different wording. But when I came back, I just was playing around, shocking, rocking, do the Southside. Man, that wasn't nothing. Man, people really think like we done made up a day. It really wasn't like that, but it took legs. And what's crazy, behind it's bigger now than right then. And I don't know if that's from social media and visuals and whatever, but it's bigger. It was times, man, I wanted to be through with it. Man, I was so tired of it, man. I don't want to dance no more. I don't want the Southside no more.
Knees hurting. I mean, answer me this, Keke. Cause see, I hear that a lot from a lot of folk. When their song go viral and it goes crazy, and you have to perform that thing because the fans need it. So, what was that like for you going from freestyling and then being in demand and a hot commodity in the streets at the same time too, and having to work now?
Well, we was already kind of dibbing at it a little bit, coming out of the screw tapes with the DEA and the different things. I always had that knack in me. So this is a true story, man. Fat Pat wanted to do his whole album freestyle. We was that good. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, if I would have dropped Don't Mess With Texas as a freestyle album, it probably wouldn't have made the impact that it made or been, but it would have been accepted. Because they was waiting for that. They really wanted that. But all Don't Mess With Texas is organized freestyle. I just decided to take that freestyle and organize it. All these different things that I'm saying about candy and coming down and holding, I'm finna just mix it up. Man, there is nothing that can rhyme with blue, red, or that I haven't said. Red like a Coke can, blue like a pep. I did it all. So I just organized all that up, and man, people were so shocked to hear that format because they were expecting they was expecting that. We were hot from that. So, man, you know, when I done Don't Mess With Texas, that's why I tell people all the time, it's the reasonable doubt. It's the blueprint of the South, because it's the first one that broke the barriers to that type of particular music being accepted, man. From the South Side to the Bounce and Turn to the Pimp the Pins, it was organized freestyle. It was culture and lingo that we were already doing, and I just organized it in a way that, and it took off.
With Don't Mess With Texas, did you feel any stress or pressure being that one that had to put it down for the town?
I always been that one.
Okay.
I always been the one. You know what I'm saying? I always, the reason I'm the people's champ, man, is because I'm the villain at the same time. And it's hard being the people's champ and the villain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get to go see B High, and I get the accolades, and I get to do it because I get the ridicule.
Yeah.
And I get the derogatory, and I get the what about this, and he didn't do that. I'm the one that can stand up for all that. So the other part that come with it and being the legend was easy to do. So yeah, it was this, it was that. I've been through hell from that transition to the next transition, but it all come with it. I wouldn't change nothing.
Break down the ridicule and the hate and just the BS that came along with it. Where was this stuff coming from when you was out here just trying to jam?
Well, at the end of the day, man, you know, even from people always have their, like, our town is very split between sides, where it was.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Where it was at the time. So being the chosen, and at the same time, man, we all came up in the screw tape era of we always being legends, where you got Hawk, Pokey.
Yeah.
So being the chosen one and being the one in the front, and then a lot of my partners was dying. You know, some of the other favorites, people that they wanted, Fat Pat has died, Screw done died, Hawk done died, Big Mo done died. So people always had their own favorites. So it wasn't just so much about ridicule. It's about me having to carry the torch in situations where it wasn't always ideal. Not just carrying the torch because it's getting handed to me, carrying the torch because people in the left, people died. And man, that position ain't for everybody. Everybody's not prepared to carry that.